Hi everyone, welcome to Dave's Bonsai. On today's episode, we're going to talk about YouTube bonsai content creators. Why I watch, who I watch. Welcome to Bonsai Acres. Welcome everyone to the backyard of Dave's Bonsai, where today we're going to discuss the YouTubers out there. In preparation for the big YouTube expo on bonsai on July 26th, a Saturday in July 2025, I wanted to talk about all the many bonsai channels out there and why I watch the ones I watch. Now, of all the bonsai channels I watch, there was one show many years ago that caught my attention. And it was one of those shows where it was like the top 5 tips for beginning bonsai people. And here were the first 2 tips. And I slightly paraphrase. Tip 1, don't listen to what people say about bonsai. Tip 2, do listen to people. Now, hearing this approach is what led me to my journey of being able to have the confidence to do a YouTube channel. Now, if you think you know who said these words, comment down below. I'll reveal by the end of the show who made these tips. Now, according to my numbers, by the end of April here of 2025, there were approximately 2.5 million people subscribed to YouTube channels, the top 50 that I have paid attention to and continue watching to this day. 2.5 million. Now, I understand that there's some overlap in there, but that number continues to stagger me. Absolutely phenomenal. Now, what channels do I still watch to this day and why? Well, let's get into that now. Please remember, these are channels I've watched and or continue to watch and don't have time to talk about each one in great detail, but I feel worthy of a mention and some of our time. And do I have a favorite channel? That's so hard to answer. It's kind of like when people ask, what is your favorite tree on the bench? Now, the award for the most subscribers, maybe not to anybody's surprise, is Bonsai Empire at a staggering, at last check, 527,000 subscribers. That's over 500,000, folks. That's amazing. And do I watch them? I still do. Not as much as I did in the beginning. But of course, their educational videos and their website too. If you haven't gone on to check about a bonsai care sheet for your bonsai species, check out Bonsai Empire. I still check them out, their videos once in a while. If you're looking for extremely well-produced videos that give you the techniques you need to succeed at your bonsai care and development. Now, many will say that bonsai channels are a dime a dozen, but I can find reasons to watch all of the channels that I'll be talking about on this episode. Of the other professionals doing YouTube channels, you can find some absolutely mind-blowing videos and knowledge drops from the following channels. The ever-entertaining Peter Chan at Heron's Bonsai. Bjorn Bjorholm, who is now coming to us from Japan. Jonas Dupuy and Andrew Robson have over 5,000 subscribers combined, but boy, is their content incredible. 2 professionals who are extremely good at what they do and teach it in a very understandable way. I would highly recommend both of them. How can we leave out Ryan Neal of Bonsai Mirai? When you have the knowledge that he has and the production crew to back it up, wow, can your mind be blown. In fact, I've watched the BSOP Spring Fundamentals video cover to cover, over 2 hours long by the way, 2 or 3 times. And to wrap up the professional category, Eric Schrader of Bonsai. Now, I watch more of Eric's videos than the other professionals combined. Straightforward, very well-produced videos. And the one thing Eric has that I'll never have is brevity. And with that in mind, why don't we just cut the video right here? No. That would be absolutely ridiculous to end the video now. I've got a lot of channels to talk about, and it might be one of your channels. So let's keep going. Now, the rest of the list are those that inspire me every day to keep me doing what I do in sharing my bonsai journey. I respect each and every one of you and enjoy watching your shows and bringing the bonsai community together, which, in my opinion, is second to none. The award for the nicest guy in the world channel goes to the one and only Tom Nawak, who comes to us from Chicago, Illinois. Now, Tom, you were like a dad teaching us all the ropes. Your years of experience and never-ending ways to create bonsai without breaking the bank is second to none. Tom, you are never afraid to try new species, whether that's in a fish tank or out in the backyard or somewhere in between. You remind us to stop and have a cup of tea, to relax and feel better, to dance with our loved ones and give them a hug. Your sincerity and smile, Tom, will keep me coming back for years and years. And Tom, I will see you again. Best in creativity has to go to Ben B. Seattle for his well-produced and often funny videos about his bonsai journey. Watch the episode where he goes to visit Peter T. A lot of time and effort went into that video, which was both entertaining and very informative at the same time. Ben, I applaud your creativity. Now, a close second in niceness and budget bonsai friendly guy would be Rack Cross of Budget Bonsai. Now, one of the reasons why I picked Rack is because he is exuding what I love about the bonsai community. He has jumped on to the Bonsai Expo and has been willing to help me from the word go. Can't thank Rack enough. And if you want to learn about a couple of really cool hacks and how you can do bonsai, Rack is helping it to become accessible to more people. Check out Budget Bonsai and you won't be disappointed. Rack is an artist who is another extremely creative person. There is a place for high-end material to work on, and the Tom Benda and Sarah Rayner pots of the world. But Rack reminds us that, like art, it's accessible to all, so don't be afraid to jump in. I also appreciate on his channel that he continues to be humble and lets us know that what he shares works for him and reminds us to do what works for us. I appreciate this so much. Now, the award for best video production, including editing, well, that would go to Adam of Notions Bonsai. Now, I might be mistaken here, but Adam might have some education in the art of filmmaking, which makes him so good. One thing that seems pretty evident with Adam's videos is that he's very well educated in what he's about to present. So not only does he have the good quality of video and editing and all that, he knows what he's talking about through his experience and what he's learned from the rest of the bonsai community. Now, one of my interesting stories about Adam was when I first discovered his channel. He had so many fast edits that while I was watching, I might say that I kind of had a little whiplash, but I said early on, this guy will be someone to watch. And sure enough, when he came back to bonsai more regularly after those first few videos, wow, I think he's one of the best out there. I commented on one of those first videos and said I love the video and can't wait to see more bonsai because he was doing other things. At the time, Adam didn't know maybe where his bonsai journey was going to go, but you certainly, Adam, have made that one of your priorities since. I love your work and so appreciate you reminding us the basics with each and every video. So approachable and viewable in all aspects. My next pick actually is going to be shared by two very funny individuals, and the award goes to them for, well, their funniness. And so I can't tell you how much I appreciate Xavier and Yella. Xavier and Yella win for best collabs as well, although Adam and Fanghorn are also great collab videos to check out. You can tell that both Xavier and Yella really enjoy making us laugh and making light of themselves. They both give us great content with topics and techniques that we can use, and who doesn't like to sing about the 12 days of bonsai every Christmas? I also have to slide in the Best Dressed award to Yella for his great leather jacket he's often wearing. I love it, my friend. The award for the best atmosphere channel when working on bonsai, wait for it, Fotis of Archithos Bonsai. I could sit and watch his amazing videos all day, even when he doesn't talk. I appreciate his style so very much, and it's so opposite of my own. He works on a tree. He's one with the tree. Then he shares with his voiceover what he did to the tree and what he's thinking about the tree. The scenery in his garden, his amazing trees, and obvious bonsai knowledge comes through so modestly, but easy to follow and so very inspiring. I left myself out of that shot on purpose, you know. Now, many clubs and hobbyists around the world will have some really fun activities to get members interested in their craft, have fun together, bring a sense of community together. And I'm thinking of, like, has anybody in your life ever done a painting with a glass of wine? Or perhaps a beer and a bonsai? So the award for the best beverage in a YouTube video with bonsai involved would be the Aussie Bonsai Bloke. That's right. You can't help but enjoy watching a great show with a little bit of laughter, great bonsai work, and a beer. Now, though I'm usually having a bubbly instead of the beer, here's a toast to you, my friend, for reminding us that this hobby, this craft, is a great piece of therapy to just help us get us through our days, our ups and our downs. I applaud you, I applaud your channel, and I'm going to share a toast of bubbly with your beer. Yeah, just like on the TV, there's nothing in here. Yeah, I didn't want to spill on myself. It's nice to see content again from Sam after his short break. We love to relax with you as you sip your beer and teach us about bonsai in Australia. Thanks for your continued content. I just have to interject, everybody. The windswept elm is leafing out. I was so nervous, but look at all the little green on here. And this brings me to my next category, the creative types. I do love those creative types, and so my next award goes to James Den over at Bonsai by the Sea. I love watching him teach us how he makes his cement pots. Thanks for all the knowledge, my friend. Perhaps when I retire from teaching, I'll get someone to have a workshop for us bonsai folk to make some pots up at Bonsai Acres. Now, James also does some amazing work with his Yamadori collections, and he's going to talk to us at the Bonsai Expo on July the 26th about Yamadori. Thanks, James. Keep up the great work. The next category is for some people we've lost in regards to channel content, and one we all miss who is no longer with us to work on trees. I really enjoyed watching Jay of Blue Jay Bonsai, and Carnage Cam, everyone. Should be trademarked, you know, or copyrighted. For how many of us have used this phrase? He should be getting some residuals. I hope to see more of your work in the future, my friend. I bet that return will be with photography. He's doing some amazing stuff, but either way, it'll be wonderful. There is also the very missed Candace of Bonsai Science. Oh, remember the tree I just showed you? Now, if I got royalties from all the times people asked me about how Candace was, I probably could stop monetizing on YouTube. She is doing well, and by the way, still plans to do a little visit with the Bonsai Expo. But that's all I can say for now. I know many others have stopped or slowed down from making regular content, like Gilbert Cantu of Little Jade Bonsai, and a host of others. But we all miss, more than words can say, Tony of Tony's Bonsai. Grab a roll of vet tape, put some bends on your trees, and all of you that have his trees, keep us posted. Tony's channel still gets new subscribers all the time, and it's a blast to go back and watch some of the old classics. Make sure you do that once in a while. And Tony, that picture will never leave my bonsai oasis. The next award goes to two gentlemen, one who has participated in and one who recently started a channel within the YouTube bonsai community. If you want to see patience and persistence and creativity come to life with a penjing, make sure you visit Steve in his backyard. Check out his Central Park Challenge and his other amazing penjing creations. He does such amazing work, and when you watch his videos, you can't help but feel you're one of his friends in his backyard. He just might be the Mr. Rogers of bonsai. The other gentleman is a relative newcomer to bonsai and on YouTube, and his name, well, gosh, it's Dave. Dave Harding of Dreaming of Bonsai. His challenge is Ginkgo Fest 2025. He sent out ginkgos to several YouTube content creators to do what they will, and we're going to keep him up to date, and he'll keep us up to date. Dave is another one of those gentle souls that obviously loves working on bonsai, and you feel calm and relaxed and just watch him on his journey. Another bonsai content creator who I have loved over the years and who also took a break for a little while but seems to be back at it a little bit more is Darren of Grow Bonsai. If you've not watched Darren of Grow Bonsai, you are missing out on some amazing content. Darren is a very serious bonsai enthusiast, although there's some humor in his channel as well, with a boatload of knowledge, and also splashes that bit of humor in his videos. His iconic black brick background is a unique look that makes his trees pop and lets us immediately know where we are and what we're going to see. Darren's magic in work. He explains what he's doing so very well, and we leave with the great knowledge to make trees just look spectacular. Darren of Grow Bonsai, you are amazing, and the consistency is there with the quality and content of your work. So the award goes for that. Thanks, Darren. Bonsai has been therapy for me in my life for many reasons that I don't share on the channel much. Just know that when I work on a tree or when I'm producing my next video, I feel like I'm talking to all of you and that you are listening. I love this community and have felt so very welcomed and supported and respected like nowhere else in my life. I thank each and every one of you for that. Though there are so many more channels I've watched and continue to watch, I leave these last two gentlemen for the end of this episode. Remember, brevity. I'm working on it, just like patience in bonsai. And speaking of patience, many thanks to Billy the Bald Yeti up in Alaska. Billy, your year-long chapters of your trees, everyone should be watching. Everyone. To see you work a tree and then see the results and then more work and then those results in one video over the span of about a year really shows us how what we do to our trees will create a better tree. And if that didn't work, we learned why and what to do next time. Thank you for the patience it takes to make these kinds of videos. I'm surprised more of us have not done that. To me, it shows love of the craft and not showing us stuff, well, until you have more to show us. And yet, we get to see it all in one video. So brilliant. And how about an award for the most soothing voice in bonsai YouTube content? That would be Jason over at the Bonsai Garden, with some amazing nuggets of knowledge along the way. I also need to shout out my good buddy Henry of Henry 2 Bonsai. His big heart is amazing, and he gives me even more gifts than Tom. Last, and certainly not least on this list, is the one and only Nigel Saunders of the Bonsai Zone. So get this, y'all, out of 2.5 million crossover content subscribers on the YouTube, Nigel Saunders is creeping up there with some of the elite, with over 209,000 subscribers. It's just stunning to think that many people are watching bonsai videos. Nigel lives for bonsai. He eats, sleeps, dreams bonsai every day of his life. He has earned his place in bonsai history and will be talked about for years. I am privileged to call him a friend. I'll always remember how humble he was and is when me and Toby go to visit him. Such a great practitioner of bonsai who does bonsai his way. He tells us his journey and continues to remind us to do ours. So while you're away, or don't, tie your trees down to the pots, or don't. Use akadama, or maybe not. His root rake should be in the Bonsai Hall of Fame someday, along with the Sarissa tree, among so many others. Some may have joked he's the Bob Ross of bonsai. I just say he's Nigel. Enough said. Back to the trivia question, everyone. Who said, with the top 5 tips in bonsai, 1 and 2 being listen to everybody and what they have to say about bonsai, and then the other one is don't listen to anything anybody says about bonsai? If you haven't guessed it, if you didn't put it in the comments already, that's the one and only Nigel Saunders of the Bonsai Zone. When I saw that clip from 2015, 16, 17-ish, that really did launch my bonsai journey in earnest, at least on YouTube. And I felt, you know what? I'm just going to do my journey. And I appreciate everything he does for the community and how he is true to himself. Way to go, Nigel. I applaud that so much. And I really apologize if I didn't mention other names. I watch a lot of videos, but short here and there, because I've been so busy with Bonsai Acres. I don't watch as much as I used to. But everybody on YouTube channel, dime a dozen? You know, I beg to differ. I think we can learn a lot from everyone, and so I do appreciate this community more than I can ever say, even though I say it almost every other video. So thanks to everybody who creates content. I hope you all join me on the big old expo coming up on July 26th, where we are going to celebrate what I celebrated today. All of the people that bring us joy, that bring us happiness, camaraderie, companionship, passion for a craft that we just can't get enough of. I can't thank you all enough, and I hope you all visit us on July 26th. The details are getting hammered out, and many of you will be on the channel. Those that I've talked about today will be on the video, or the live presentation, I should say, on the 26th. So, brevity is what I'm working on, so let's close it out because I just can't get it all in one video. Take care of you, take care of your bonsai, and we're going to catch you on the next one. Welcome to Bonsai Acres.